Good morning, everybody. This is Jenny back on Gen Talks. And my God, it seems like forever since I was here. Has been a while. I've had a break, as you can see by the title of this talk. It's called Gen Talks, Taking a Break. And it's not because I want to inform you that I'm taking a break, it's to talk about the importance of taking a break. And so many of us think that we take breaks when we take a day off work or even if we go on holidays. But if we spend our time checking our emails or stressing out over things at home or whatever else might be going on for us, it's not really a break. So that's really what I want to talk to you about. The benefits of taking a real break. Also the maybe the idea, plant a seed of some suggestions like maybe a digital detox of some kind where you can come offline or come at least away from your work emails or home WhatsApp groups or whatever it might be that's dragging your attention away, and the power that that has to your mind and to your physical body, because obviously they're really interlinked. So I want to say thank you for anybody that's joining me this morning, and also anybody that's watching this video back at a later stage as well. Thank you for following me and keeping up with the Gen Talks videos. Also, I will be introducing later this month the rest of my Gen Talks 2 series. That's who I'll be talking to and what we'll be talking about. Also, the Wellbeing Network will be back in September. We'll be hitting the ground running. I'll be talking about positive intelligence and positive psychology. And we've many more different interesting topics to cover between now and Christmas. So feel free if you have any suggestions, anything you'd like to hear me talking about at my webinars, send me a text or post a comment here in the comment boxes. So before I left, I put a out of office sign up on my social media account. Some of you may have noticed that saying out of office. And the reason for that was because I decided while I was away to do what I would call a digital detox. And what I mean by that is no technology that involved me taking my energy away from what I was doing. So it didn't mean I had to leave the phone at home or even the laptop. I brought the laptop with me and it came in very handy. My phone I brought with me, it came in very handy. So I went to Donegal for a week with my family. And during that time, I made a choice for my own mind and my own physical body to come off social media, to come off WhatsApp, to come off really kind of any kind of chat groups that I was involved in, just for the week that I had away. And absolutely was very challenging because your mind is trained to automatically pick up the phone and check what's going on WhatsApp and what's going on in Instagram and all that kind of stuff. And sometimes it can be a kind of a de-stress tool. But really what I wanted to do was I wanted to give myself a break from the mind being on the hamster wheel of thinking, because as you know, when you pick up the phone, one message leads to a train of thought, which brings you down a rabbit hole and a tunnel. And it takes a huge amount of mental, emotional, and physical energy. And sometimes we forget that. Like I'm always here talking about how the mind and the body are intertwined, they're so interconnected. And if we don't give our mind, a rest at some point, it wears the body down. So that's why sometimes people, when they go on holidays, all of a sudden they notice that that's the time that they catch a cold or they'll catch an illness, even though they've been working hard all year long. But it's because they've just been physically running the body into the ground. And also that drive and energy, the adrenaline that's been driving you, the cortisone that's rushing through your body has been keeping you actually going. But when you stop, then the cortisone is no longer keeping the body going, and the immune system takes a drop. So when we do things, whether we physically take a break by leaving our home and going somewhere, or we just decide to take a break, it gives our mind a chance to rest. And when our mind rests, our body rests, because our mind is always the thing that generates hormones that keep us either happy or keep us stressed. And giving your brain and your mind a chance to recharge allows for your creative energy to build back up. There's a great expression that about a Tibetan monk has a story about coming with your rice bowl empty. If you empty out your rice bowl and allow it to be filled, and there's a couple of contexts that's meant in. So one is in the area of, a beginner's mind, if you want to learn something new, you don't come with what you already know, because it doesn't leave enough room for all the information to go in. And then in the other context, it says, what is it that you want coming into your life? If your rice bowl is already jam packed, like if you were, say, somebody that already had a really busy schedule, like you were already like doing a school run, and then you had after school activities, and then you had college in the evening, and then you had keep fit on the evenings that you had free, and you also had a full-time job. There's very little room in there for anything else, isn't there? So if you wanted to take on a new hobby or do something different, you'd have to let one of those activities go. So that's the other context we mean about the rice bowl, emptying out your rice bowl. So for me, taking a week off work, where particularly since the lockdown, my work has gone very digital. So, the Gen Talks videos, coaching has gone online, workshops have gone online. And of course, a lot of that promotion goes on through social media. So I felt that I spent a lot of time online, learning, teaching, sharing information, promoting, and just being present. And it was important for me to come away and have a break from all of that, so that when I came back to it, then I came back with new energy, new ideas, new creativity. And even yesterday morning when I came into work, I felt like my brain was going to explode. It's so much information that I wanted to get out, and, courses I wanted to design and information I wanted to create. So it definitely helped me. More importantly, my anxiety levels and my emotional stability, have different. So my anxiety has reduced, my emotional stability has increased. So I'm feeling calmer, I'm feeling more content and more at peace. And the reason why I just really want to highlight that is because in the past I've gone away. I remember one year going to Kerry, and just before I left, a work colleague of mine was so good, I thought at the time, to help me get my work emails onto my phone. And I was like, oh, thank God, I finally have my work emails on my phone. And it was the worst thing I could have done before I went on holidays. I spent the whole week secretly checking my work emails, and it totally distracted me from the rest that I should have been taking, and from the present moment, and from the, what was going on in front of my eyes, the beauty of the country and the holiday with the family. So when I came back from that trip, I took my work emails off my phone, and I have never put my work emails back on my phone. And my work emails are on my laptop. So if I want to go to work, I go to the laptop, and if I want to go to the phone, if it's usually something, to do with my personal emails are on my phone. And I'm not saying that that's an option that's available to everybody. Some people have to have their work emails on their phone, but you can hide the icon into a folder. You can do lots of different things that just keep you from being distracted. Because one of the lessons that I really learned over the years was really, giving myself a good talking to. And it comes from, like, really, Jenny, are you really that important that, the world can't live without you for a day? No, nobody's that important. I mean, sometimes our ego allows us to think, oh my God, if I don't check my emails, the world is going to collapse. Or, what if I miss something that's important? Or worse, the story that we tell ourselves is, what if there's somebody out there that really needs me? They need my services, and I'm not available for them. And again, it goes back to that ego. A lovely friend of mine, Kerry, said to me one day, Jenny, really, is your ego that big that you think you have to save everybody? At the end of the day, everybody's journey is meant for them. So maybe their journey is that they don't get an appointment with you for another week. And in that week, that learning happens. And it really gave me an excuse, or it gave me permission to get over myself and to not be available for people all of the time because they need me, and my job is to be there for them in some way. Absolutely, my job is there to be there for people, but also their destination, or their future could also be about having to wait a few more days till I'm back from my holidays, or till I have an available slot. And it really, really saved me. So have a think about, past breaks that you've had, your most recent break, even if it was a year ago. Think back and ask yourself these questions. How much of a break did you actually get from thinking about work? How much of a break did you get from your physical emails, WhatsApp groups, family message groups, Messenger, all that kind of stuff? You can scale it on a scale of 1 to 10 if that's helpful. How much of it did you get from any family communication that may involve stress or drama? Were you dragged into kind of conversations? Um, and then ask yourself the same question: how much of a break would you have liked? So go through the same questions, except say, how much would you have liked? So if you've scored it at it, like you scored 2 out of 10 that you didn't, or 8 out of 10 that you had a huge amount of contact with work, what would you like that to be? Would you like it to be a 0? Would you like it to be a 2? What would you like? And then think about your next break, even if it's not planned, what your ideal break might be. So imagine that you've won a holiday in a 5-star resort in a place of your choice, whether it's in Ireland or in one of the green countries or wherever you choose yourself. And then say to yourself, what could I do differently the next time to actually give myself a mental, physical, and emotional break? Because they're really, really important. Because, I'm only telling you what worked for me. That doesn't necessarily mean that's what's going to work for you. But I mean, at least once a year, you're planning to have a break that really recharges the batteries. And remember, sometimes we think, oh, we can't take a break or we can't do this because, people need us. Maybe our family needs us or our work colleague needs us. But trust me, the person that comes back from that break is far more valuable and useful to those people that you're going back to try and support, because they get a topped up version of you. They get you back on full recharge. So whatever it is they need you for and you need to do in your job or in your family or in your life, you're much more capable and much more energetic and motivated and creative. The energy is completely topped up. So if you're thinking about taking a break, have a think about some of those questions. I will be talking more about topping yourself up and what you can do to kind of build your resilience in life. And for me, that's it for now. A little bit of a longer talk than usual today. If you liked my talk today, it'll also be on my YouTube channel. So feel free to take a look over there or send people that direction if they can't find it on my Facebook page. So have a great day. Have a fabulous week, everybody. And I look forward to seeing you again. Jen Talks is back now once a week, every week until my next break that I'll be looking forward to. So see you guys. God bless and take care. And I look forward to connecting with you soon. Bye.